Chapter 1, you guys. Are you happy where you live? Having a home of your own is such an accomplishment. Whether you decide to rent or own, that space belongs to you. From the smell of the fresh paint on the walls to the customized flooring, the excitement of adding all your special finishing touches is a big deal. Can you picture it? Rent or mortgage payments will be set to where you can manage your finances. I think any of us would call this a happy state of being. But what happens if life throws you a curveball, causing one of your happiest experiences to become unhappy? Believe it or not, trials do happen to good people. In my situation, my husband died suddenly. I will never forget the night that he passed away. My youngest son and I were about 2 miles away from home when my car wouldn't start. I called my husband to come see about the car. When he arrived, he hooked the jumper cables up and boosted off the car battery. And like magic, the car started up. He told me to drive ahead while he trailed behind me on my way back home. When we arrived at our home, our 8-year-old son hopped out of the car, went into the house with his brother. Seconds later, I joined our son inside the home. It was late and my house was a mess. As I began to clean, my phone rang. It was my sister. She had begun telling me all about her date when the line beeped on my phone. It was my husband. He said, "Mama, come outside and talk to me." You see, my husband was a country boy. His father called his wife Mama, and he called me Mama. I think it was a Southern thing. We lived on a farm, which made sitting outside all year round normal. I replied, "Baby, the house is a mess and it's cold outside." He said, "Don't worry about that house. Come outside and talk to me." Quickly, I threw on my warm pajamas and went outside. My husband was sitting inside the car when I made it outside. He signaled for me to join him. The warm heat from the car felt amazing. Just as we began sharing the details about our day, suddenly my car door opened. A masked man with a gun said, "Give me all you got." I screamed and held the sides of my seat with my eyes closed. I was afraid. I feared for our lives. The only thought that I had on my mind was that we were going to die. Before my husband could give the man our money, I heard gunfire. I don't know why, but something inside me said to pretend that I was dead. When the gunfire became quiet, I found the courage to open my eyes. That's when I saw that my husband had been shot. I was alone and scared in the dark. To this day, our attacker still has never been caught. My children and I were left without closure. Our feeling of home was gone because our home was no longer safe. We were forced to move and find a safe place to live. Life as we knew it changed drastically. Maybe a loved one passed away suddenly for you, or maybe you've experienced a bad breakup. Perhaps you were laid off from your job. Despite the situation, if you're in the thick of things, you may feel like life sucks right about now. But I will tell you that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Let me explain what I mean about the thick of things. The thick of things is when the troubles of this world feel like they're going from bad to worse. These hard times can cause you to experience the feelings of emptiness. It feels like as if something's missing. For example, across town, someone may feel like no matter how hard they work, ends just aren't meeting anymore. Or maybe you're the one who longs to be somewhere else when you get home. Hmm. Another may be experiencing fear or a lack of love. Despite your situation, there is no worse feeling than to feel that you don't have a home. You know what? I think we're going to stop there. We're going to stop there. Um, and tomorrow we're going to pick up from chapter one. You guys, it is late. It's 10:41. You guys are probably settling down with your families and cuddling up under your blankets. Um, Tune in for tomorrow, um, and we'll talk more and read more about chapter one.